Welcome to another episode of the Sit Down with Todd. Today I'm here with a classmate, high school friend, someone that I've known a long time, Anthony Jagel. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, brother. Doing good.
So, as a kid growing up, how were you, man? How did you know, like, this was gonna be your sport and passion?
As a kid, to be honest, just playing little league football, I always wanted to be an NFL player.
Right.
Just playing little league football with the little middies, the little Buckeyes, and stuff like that in Middletown, and playing the Vale, because like that's what we do. We just play football.
Right.
And then as you get older, genetics, scientific. I knew I wasn't going to be like the tallest dude, so basically I fell in love with the sport of wrestling in middle school, all through high school and college. Did really well in that sport, and then after college, just didn't know what I really want to do in my life, but it feels like a gravitational pull was like telling me something like, I'm a man believer God, and I feel like God was like, hey, bro, like, go do this, bro. You know what I'm saying? And go try MMA. And I was like, bro, I don't know if I want to get hit for a living. And then I just kept showing up every day during the pandemic time, starting like September 2020, and each day just keep coming in, and then I just kept it just kept pulling me into the thing I love to do now, man. So it's like, and so basically it's just taking that leap of faith, you know what I'm saying? And now we're here now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Almost 3 years later, September 2023 would be the 3-year anniversary of me doing MMA. So I haven't looked back since, and I love it, every single moment of it.
All right. So I know you told me that you were in like 2 different leagues. Tell me about those leagues.
So the first promotion I fought for was called B2 Fighting Series. They've been around probably like since like, I would say like maybe like 07, 08. I'm gonna say like that, around that range, like 010.
Right.
But basically they had a show in Dayton, Ohio at the Dayton Convention Center, and my coach Ruben, after he told me like, hey, we need to at least get you a year of training of like striking and knowing like jiu-jitsu, like defense, or understand Brazilian jiu-jitsu, because he was like,
knowing what's going on.
Because he told me like you're a great wrestler, like you have all the instincts, but you have to add the other elements. It's like, you ever watch the show Avatar?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, bro. Like you gotta have all elements to become the Avatar, bro. You gotta have earth, wind, fire, bro, and you know what I'm saying, like all that shit and all that. So it just to be a complete MMA fighter, you have to have all the elements of like striking, jiu-jitsu, with wrestling, understanding how to defend it, and know how to adapt on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Because you have so many different things. It's not like boxing where you're sitting with 2 hands. You have your feet, your knees, elbows, hands, your shoulders, your whole body. I mean, you can't headbutt, but you got rule sets. But you have to use your whole body in MMA, and so many things are just hitting at you. So you got to think on the fly. So it's just like you got to be really intelligent in the sport of MMA. So, but I did that, bro. My first, I know we get lost track, but I did that in November 2021, and did 2 fights with them in Dayton, and then my 2 other fights were in Ohio Combat League. They're basing out of Columbus. Did that with them. And then my last fight was with B2 Fighting Series and around Easter weekend this year, and I won the title for them, and now we're trying to move forward to professional. You know what I'm saying? 5-0 amateur, 26 years old, and got my whole life ahead of me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's where you got the belt at, right?
Yeah,
Easter.
Easter weekend with B2 Fighting Series, because like, and my last 3 fights were with Ohio Combat League. Both these guys were ranked in the top 10 in the state, and Ohio at my weight class. I beat both of them. This guy was from a weight class above, 135, which is, I fought 125 pounds. So he dropped down to 125 from 135 to fight me. Athletic, super fast, it's back and forth, very close contested. I controlled the grappling. I did hit him with a couple punches, but he was kind of winning some of the exchanges. But I was able to win most of the rounds, steal it from the judge, because you're almost portraying like an acting, you know what I'm saying, in the octagon. So I came out on top of victorious, you know what I'm saying, and like I said, I'm looking forward for the future going professional, and just that's why I'm here every day. I mean, like y'all saw today, so that's pretty much it. From them 2 promotions I fought for.
So sitting at 5-0, what does that mean for you as you get ready to transition to professional?
So, to be honest, man, 5-0. I mean, it puts me in a really big position because a lot of people just trying to get into the professional scene. I feel like it's harder to get in. Like going from once you're in the professional, like you're in. You know what I'm saying? You're good.
Right.
It's kind of like trying to make it to the NFL league, right? Once you're in that league, bro, you're in the league, right? Mm-hmm. But making that transition from college football to the NFL is kind of like, it's kind of finding the right person, the right connection to get in. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with MMA. Like, you got to find the right promotion, the right connection, politics. Because a lot of people be like, man, I don't want to fight this dude because he's 5-0. He's an upcoming fighter. You know, he's young. Well, I want to fight this dude. You know, you got to look at it like stylistically, and then they'll put your name out there, but it's like, who are they going to match you up with?
Right.
And some people might not like it, bro, or be like, hey, well, he needs more experience, or it's a lot of political things in MMA. But in the position where I'm in right now, man, I think I'm in a good position because, like, eventually once I'm in that door and I'm able to take off my career from a professional scene, I think it's going to help me out, like, personally, you know, business mindset-wise. I can connect myself with different people and just try to pursue my dream to become a professional MMA world champion, rather that's with the UFC or any of the big other promotions out there like the UFC. 'Cause there's other big promotions like the UFC. I know the UFC is kind of like the big
top one, yeah.
But there's other ones like big, just like them. And here in the U.S., there's one in Asia called One Championship.
You're just looking for that shot.
I'm just looking for that one shot. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, going from like the NBA to overseas. You're just trying to get in the door. That's it. Just make the bread, and you know, provide for a life for you, man. So I want to do this for my career, for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think being a 5-0 has put me at like just good position, and I'm just waiting for the opportunity for the, you know, that knock. Like, hey, bro, like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So, just gotta train every day.
All right. Well, I saw a little bit of your workout, but tell me like some of your workouts and what you go through on day to day.
So, on a day-to-day basis, I mean, so we basically do focus on a lot of grappling, because like I tell people all the time, if you can understand grappling, you can dictate with the fight. Yes, the fight does start on the feet, but a lot of your champions over the years, like John Jones, Khabib, George St. Pierre, Demetrius Johnson, Henry Cejudo, these are guys I'm naming right now that are wrestlers.
Right.
And they had dominated the sport of MMA so long, you know what I'm saying? So now you do have guys like Israel Adesanya, who's just a great striker. He knows how to defend the wrestling too, which is good. Like, you got to know how to defend wrestling or any grappling exchanges with jiu-jitsu and know how to apply it too. But
how to adapt to it.
But if you see it over time, a lot of the wrestlers have dominated the sport of MMA. So it's like, you know, so with my training, so Monday through Friday, I mean, I'm doing like 2 back-to-back sessions. Like today was a 1 session. I'm just doing sparring. So like Monday, Tuesday, I'm doing like grappling with striking, jiu-jitsu with wrestling. Today's just sparring. Thursday, say if I was working out tomorrow, it would be like grappling, striking, same thing. Friday, grappling, striking. So I'm really doing grappling, striking every single day.
Right.
And you gotta give yourself time off, so I at least try to give myself 1 day off in the week. So I usually take like Saturdays off, so when my body recovers. So I use the ice bath, sauna, or maybe go run. And I'm doing that in the week too, like running too, but it's like, you gotta know how to time management your schedule with fighting, because like you don't want to run downhill, because your body's like a machine. You know what I'm saying? If you don't cover right, it's just you're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man. Just grappling, striking every day, but you just gotta know how to set schedules, man, and know how to pull back on certain sessions too, and all that. So
right. We kind of talked about it, but why did wrestling become your passion and like the one thing that you wanted to do?
So wrestling, you know, my dad, he did it, and he was like, at the time we were living in a rough area in Middletown. We was living by Baltimore, and I kind of was just being a dumb kid, just trying to hang out with the wrong crowd. And then when we moved out of that area, we moved right by Smith Park. My dad was like, I don't want you to do nothing And this is around 7th grade. He's like, I don't want you to do nothing. Like, I want you to do something, either play basketball or wrestling. I think you should try wrestling. I tried wrestling out 1 year, and my first year, I still remember to this day, I went 28 matches and lost 7 times. And that's my first year wrestling, which is pretty good for a first year wrestler. And then I just kept, just took it one day at a time with MMA, and then went to camps. And after freshman year of high school, man, I just kind of like, I wanted to go to college for wrestling. I wanted to pursue my passion to become a state champion in high school and a national champion All-American, but I never got to achieve none of them. I was a state placer. I took 3rd my senior year, but then I was one match of going away to nationals in my college days. But but wrestling, it's one of them sports where it really honed me who I am today. And I love the sport so much. I coached 3 years for high school wrestling at Monroe High School, and I just have a strong passion for it, and I love it every day. But I'm glad it got me where I'm at now with MMA. So I will always tip my hat off. I will always tip my hat off for the sport of wrestling, because it saved my life, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling really saved my life to get me where I'm at now. Like wrestling is like the foundation. It saved my life, but MMA has also saved my life. But would say with wrestling, MMA, it just like extended my star power. You know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near where I'm at either. So you just got to take it one day at a time and be patient.
So having a belt, what does that mean to you to be recognized as a champion?
So to be an amateur champion, to be recognized, I mean, I think it's a great accomplishment. It's really good. It's like, let's say you won a national title, right? It's really good, right? It's like, say you're in football, say you won a national title and you play for Alabama, right? Or Georgia, Ohio State, you won a national title, which is great. Say you're a star quarterback, right? It's great. But how are the eyes on the professional scene going to look? How can you translate that into the professional scene? Which you're in a good position. Like I said, 5-0, amateur champion. A lot of people recognize you. People love you. Hey, man, what's up, Jagel, man? Doing your thing. That's great. But a lot of times you got to be like this as an athlete. How can I go from here? Can I win from here? Now I'm here. But how can I get to here where these guys like John Jones, like every fighter thinks like that, or like same thing in boxing. Like how do people how can I be like Floyd Mayweather, or how can I be like these big names you see in combat sports? But it's like, so that's why being an amateur champion, it's great. I love it. It's putting me. It does put a lot of eyes on me, so the expectation is more demanded. But I loved it because I thrive under that pressure to be an underdog, because every time I'm in a fight, bro, I'm always the smallest dude. They think, oh, this dude's too small. Like, he's too short. And I'll be like, it kind of like Mike Tyson, bro. Like, you too small, bro. You too short, bro. But it's like, I prove everybody wrong because it's the mentality I have. So being a champion, I just show everybody, I prove them wrong. People who do, say, oh, you ain't going to do this. All right, bet. I'm going to do that. Okay, what's going to happen when I win my first professional fight? Okay, that's one fight. Okay, what are you going to do when you're 5-0? Okay, that's 5-0. Okay, what are you going to do when I'm in the UFC? Oh, you're in the UFC. Okay, I'm fighting for a title. Okay, when I become a champion. Oh, you can't defend it. It's always, but being in that position, the pressure is always going to be more higher. But in that mode for going from as a champion, you just got to know how to hone it in, be ready for the next opportunity, and just be humble every day. You know what I'm saying? Just take it one day at a time. You know what I'm saying? And then when the opportunity does come, you run with it. You run with it, and don't look back. You know what I'm saying?
I know you told me one of the goals is to be a ultimate champion, but what are some of your other goals you want to accomplish with this? So,
with this, man, I do want to provide for my family. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure my mom and dad, they're working right now, and they're older, but it kind of hurts me at times because, I can't really, when I look at them, it's kind of like I can't retire them because, they're, almost, 60. You know what I'm saying? They've been working their 9-to-5 life. But what I can do now is bust my butt every single day to make sure they have a good retirement. And, I also want to be a father one day. I'm a man of God, so... it's hard to be a man of God too out here in the world we live in today. But I do want to have my own family, and so I want to provide for them too, for my grandkids and stuff like that, and also start off businesses. You know, I do want to become a MMA coach one day and a wrestling coach. I want to have. It sounds kind of crazy. I do want to run like my own wrestling program and with an MMA program. It's kind of weird. I don't know, maybe I could tie it in together, but give back to my community, give back to less needs. I want to start a foundation where I give kids scholarship money to go do what they want. You know what I'm saying? Go to trade school, go to college, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm thinking like this, like from a business mindset. Take the money I have. Because the money is cool, it's good, it's nice, like the belts, but if you die today, bro, you can't take this with you, bro.
At all.
I can't take this gold chain, the nice whip, the nice Ferrari, or the 10 mil, you can't take that with you.
Right.
But if you're a man of God and you really believe in the gospel, bro, you're gonna know, like, hey, man, like, I can't take all this with me. But what I can do, when I do get the blessings, what can I do to provide back, if that makes sense? So, like, outside of becoming a world champion, I do wanna, you know, give back a lot too. You know, sacrifice and give back a lot too. So.
All right. Got some questions for you.
Go ahead, boss. Go ahead.
Top 3 favorite wrestlers and then favorite fighters.
Like collegiate, like wrestling.
Professional. Yeah.
Like WWE or like.
Yeah, we could do WWE and then like UFC.
Okay, so WWE. My favorite all time is The Undertaker.
Okay.
My second favorite is Stone Cold, and then my third favorite is dude named Rob Van Dam. He used to wear singlet, bro. He do like Rob Van Dam, bro. He used to come out the top rope and all that. He'd be like Rob Van Dam, just jump off and shit, just like high flyer shit, just like crazy shit. I loved it, bro. So that was my top 3 like WWE, you know, my favorite WWE wrestlers. My top 3 fighters, like all time or currently right now.
Do both, actually.
So right now, all time, man. My favorite fighter all time is Demetrius Johnson. He's a small guy, just like I am. Small guy, but he can literally do it all. He can strike, wrestle, jiu-jitsu, do all that crazy stuff. IQ's on point, can do it all. My second would probably be Anderson Silva. You know what I'm saying? Because he's actually the reason why I got into like watching MMA. Because there was a fight you can look up, and it's him versus Chris Lieben, and he just did like this Muay Thai clinch and just kneed the shit out of him the whole time. I was like, dude, this shit's awesome. Yeah. And then lastly, my favorite all-time fighter, man, I'll probably put my boy Khabib Nurmagomedov, because I really do like his wrestling. He was just very dominant as a wrestler. He's like, he can just really control you and just beat you down the whole time. You couldn't do nothing about it. Yeah. But currently, right now, Israel Adesanya's one. I just like his character, like his style. He can fight, and you know, he's a great champion. Number 2, he lost his title this past weekend, Brandon Moreno. He's a Mexican fighter, okay. But he's still one of my favorite fighters, man. Like, he fights in my weight class, 125 pounds, but great champion. And thirdly, a guy named Charles Oliveira. He's a Brazilian fighter, former champion too, and yeah, you look him up, man. You're liking. So they were my top 3 favorite fighters right now, and all that. So.
You can have a match anywhere in the world. Where would it be?
I would say Rome Coliseum.
Okay. Why?
Because I just feel like, bro, because like it looks legendary. You know what I'm saying? The Coliseum, bro. It just looks very like, you could tell that's if you're a real fighter, bro. Like, you really out there, bro. Like, you know, it just shows you like that warrior mentality, bro. You know what I'm saying? In Rome. So like, that's the location or who with?
Location, and you could do who with. Who would you want to fight?
Dang, that's crazy. There's a lot of great warriors. And I'm not talking about fighters, man. I'm talking about warriors.
Right.
Probably, I'll probably fight. I'm gonna fight Khabib. I'll probably fight Khabib.
On fight night or day, what's the go-to meal and then the pregame music that you're listening to?
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, bro. Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. I love the nuggets, the sandwich, the fries, everything.
Give me everything.
Yeah, give me everything, man. Pre-game music, it just all depends how I'm feeling, man. I listen to a lot of like old school rap, like early 2000s, like 50 Cent, DMX.
Okay.
Like I like to get in that like Rough Riders,
real rough
like you know Mini Man,
yeah.
you know, like stuff like that. And I do, and then I'll play, you know, I try to like, but I try to calm myself down too. So I might play some like it's kind of like a Christian gospel meditation music, or just like you know what I'm saying, just trying to just get in the mode, man. Just try to feel good, because like it's not always about like yeah, it is, but you gotta like
calm down.
You gotta calm down, man. Just be yourself, man. It's just one fight, man. Like win or lose, man. Like it's not gonna change anything going in the next day. You still gotta do your day-to-day job, you know, job, bills, whatever. So that's probably my go-to playlist I do.
And then after a win, how do you celebrate?
Man, we're busting out at least a couple. I'm not a big drinker, but I do at least take a couple shots of tequila. I do like tequila, and you know, what's funny is every time I fight, it's usually a big boxing night or MMA like UFC card. So I have people where you know we just kicking it at the crib, chilling and all that, because like I'm broke as fuck, so I'm broke as fuck. So until I get money like Israel Adesanya,
yeah, till you get the big money,
you know. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, and it's like, dude, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm so fucking tired, dude. I'm not gonna want to be at the club. I'm so tired. I literally just fought somebody the whole night. You want me to be at the club, talking to some honeys and all that, dude? We can do that the next day or the next weekend.
I need a recovery day or
exactly,
something.
dude. So. But if I got that money, maybe if like a club's like, hey, bro, can you make an appearance?
Yeah.
And then they're paying me, okay, yeah, I'll pop out for like a couple hours and all that. But right now, I'm not getting paid for this shit. I'm paying for this shit to get paid. So that's pretty much my go-to stuff when I get done to win. Just hang out with good people, you know, talk to my family, my good friends I hang out with, and just anybody, man. Just, you know, we just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time, and pretty much it.
All right, and then when is your next fight looking at about?
So right now, we're looking into September 9th. It's with another promotion. It's not guaranteed yet, you know what I'm saying, because it's a lot of, like I was saying, a lot of political stuff, you know what I'm saying, like matchmaking, money, right? And too, if you're trying to get, like, how the payout's going to look and opponents. So I would say we're aiming for that right now, but it's nothing guaranteed right now, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was saying in the beginning, you just got to take it one day at a time, keep training, and then when the opportunity knocks, just take it.
All right, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you for sitting down with me, man, and good luck.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Yes, sir.